All right, last one for you, Ryan, and then I'll give you the chance to chime in with any additional you might want to throw in here at the end. But formally, our fifth and final income planning mistake is if you forget to create lifetime income streams other than Social Security. So we've got to go out and create our own streams. Otherwise, again, we're setting ourselves up for a frustrating retirement.
Well, for sure. And that's why it's so much easier to plan for someone if they have a pension,
Yeah.
pension plus Social Security or PBGC or whatever it might be, where you have a baseline and you're pulling less income out of any assets that you have saved. Unfortunately, this is becoming a thing of the past. I mean, more and more individuals are being forced to save money, and they have to create their income from whatever they have saved, and they don't have that fixed portion or that baseline to work from. And I can tell you right now, there's so many more variables. It's a lot harder to plan. So any type of passive income that you can create over time is only going to benefit you. And not necessarily in the airline industry, although this does happen. But if you look at the statistics, more and more people are retiring and then still getting a part-time job or doing something, whether it's, being an Uber driver or going to greet at the Walmart or the Home Depot just to get that extra spending cash.
Yeah. And if we can plan for that instead of you having to go pick up a part-time job to accomplish that, that's a much better situation to be in. What's the most income streams you've ever had set up for a client off the top of your head? Like if you combined pensions, Social Security, maybe if they had an annuity or dividend, or I don't know, is that a thing you can measure or comes to mind?
There's every client's a little bit different, but I've had people that have had PBGC from an old pension. Then they ended up getting a pension from the airline. They had a pension from the military. They had some rental income from some houses that they owned, and they still did a part-time job on the side. And the reality was that I don't think they're going to spend any of their money because they could still live off of what was coming in. Unfortunately, that's not the norm. The norm is, most pilots, if they don't make a lot of mistakes and we get a hold of them and have time prior to retirement, they're going to have more tax problems in retirement than income, money problems. But yeah, there's some cases where, people are type A personalities and they want to work to the day they die. And that's when there's a bigger shift for legacy planning is what I look at. Like, hey, you're not going to spend this money. What can we do with it now to pass it on to the next generation? Or, hey, let's plan some vacations.
Right. Yeah. We'll go all out. We'll travel around the world, but without you having to work. Yeah. That's fantastic. All right. Any other income planning mistakes you think would be wise to bring up, or did we cover most of the bases today?
I think a couple things I'd bring up is just making sure you're constantly adjusting your plan. No different than if you're flying across the country, you want to update and have a fuel log to see how you're going. Big changes in the market, big changes in inflation, or medical issues within a family. It's time to reattack that plan and see where we're sitting.
Yeah, even if you're on autopilot, right, Ryan, you're going to come back and you're still going to monitor your progress and make sure you're getting to where you need to be.
Absolutely. And just think of the big things that happen in life. Healthcare costs, that's a big deal. So medical issues that happen. Tax laws that change. I think we're coming up on an election right now that could have some major impact on how we're taxed, and we might not have the standard deduction going forward. So regardless of how healthy your retirement picture looks, things that happen day to day, whether it's in politics, laws, health, we're going to have to adjust that plan and look at your safe withdrawal rate and make some adjustments. No different than monitoring the airplane and our fuel state and all those things.